A very good evening from London. This is Noel Cunningham with Donegal TV, inviting you to join us and what seems like the entire Donegal community who live and work here in London. The crack will certainly be good in Cricklewood tonight, and come join us. The Donegal Association in London have been arranging and organising a very special evening here in Cricklewood for many years. This year is no different. The Donegal community who live and work here in London gather to honour one person who has made a huge contribution to life in London for Irish immigrants. This year, the recipient of the award for Outstanding Person and the Donegal London Person of the Year was Teresa Gallagher, a Letterkenny woman who founded a marvellous charity that deals with the whole area of psychology and helping people from Ireland who need help here in London. Teresa, many congratulations, a great honour.
Thanks very much, Noel. It's been a great privilege to receive it, especially from the Donegal Association.
Now, you're a native of Donegal. You were born and bred in Letterkenny.
I was about Upper Ballymacool, Letterkenny, yeah, born and bred.
Well, people will be fascinated by ICAP and the work. So give us a little bit of the story of ICAP.
Well, I went over to England in '92 to do some postgraduate work in psychotherapy, and it was during that time that I noticed Irish people weren't really being looked after in terms of their mental health, and they weren't availing of the kind of the private or the public sector services or the hospitals or anything, and there was no one bothering, and there were all the problems that they had around housing or around welfare or whatever. A lot of them stemmed from the lack of ability to cope, you know, so they just needed some professional help.
We spoke to the man himself, Mr. Tony McFadden. Tony has been chairman of the Donegal Association in London for the last 10 years.
I've been coming to it since 1975. I think I must have about 3 dinner dances in that time. So it's a very successful event now. Like, we raise a good lot of money for the charities.
A night like tonight, very important for community and just for people to make acquaintance again, make new friends, meet old friends. Yeah, well, that's what I always say. Like, you might not meet none of your friends for a year, but as I always say, on the night of the Donegal dinner dance, you'll meet everybody. You'll meet, as Fancy Carr says, we don't meet very often, but he says we'll always meet at the Donegal dinner dance. Clodagh, how important is an evening like this for the diaspora, for the Donegal people?
It's a massively important evening, and particularly because people are very busy. There isn't any particular groups where Donegal people get together. So it's one time in the year where we do get Donegal people coming together. So for that reason alone, it's really important.
Maureen and yourself, you come every year to the Donegal Association in London Gala. Why?
Because we're Donegal people, obviously, and we enjoy it and support the Donegal event as well. Because Donegal people are very supportive of charity events and this association dinner dance here tonight as well. I mean, Tony could have sold probably twice as many tickets as he did sell, and you can see how successful a night it is.
Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
My name's Saoirse.
And tell me, are you having a nice evening?
Yeah.
And what have you been doing at this lovely evening for Donegal Association in London?
I've been eating food, I've been having a little dance, and I've been talking to my family.
We are, of course, here at the fantastic London Donegal Association annual gala, and we are with young Kieran. Kieran, you're in our drama.
That's right, yeah. We've been living in London 10 years now.
And you're in the nightclub business.
I certainly am, unfortunately, for my sins, yeah.
I have been coming to this event for the last 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And you're sort of a photojournalist, and you come and basically promote everything that happens in London at home.
Yes, Noel, I come along and I cover the event for the newspaper. The Donegal people love to get their pictures in the paper so their parents and family back home can catch up with all the fun and all that goes on in London.
Tonight, your first exposure to a Donegal diaspora celebrating in London. What do you think of it all?
Do you know, I think it's a great place to make connections. It's great that something like this exists outside Ireland. I think it's fantastic. It's great.
My name's Kate George Dunleavy. I'm an Irish paracyclist. So I went to the London Paralympics for Ireland, gained 3 fifth places and a 7th. I've carried on and now I'm ranked 2nd in the world. I'm aiming for Rio with my pilot Eve McChrystal. She's from Dundalk. My dad's from Mount Charles.
How important is a night like this to the Donegal diaspora living in London?
I've got to say it's massive. I mean, I know I've got the connection because he's on the committee, but I honestly think that for all the young ones coming out from home now, they need to realise that there's so much the Donegal community does, and I think the association makes that realisation for them.
Charlotte Kiblahan, I was director of the London Irish Centre in Camden for 10 years before returning back to Ireland. When you kind of come as an immigrant, it's vital that you don't suppress anything of your identity as a Donegal person or as an Irish person. But the opportunities where you can celebrate that identity with your own people from your own county, there's only a few of those events in the year. So this is a key moment in the annual calendar of any immigrant.
What a night we've had here with the Donegal Association in Cricklewood in the Crown Hotel. The entire community of Donegal people in London gathered for a gala dinner, great entertainment, and a lovely night of meeting up with old friends, making new friends, and just having the crack. This is Noel Cunningham for Donegal TV saying good night from London, which is really Donegal tonight.